if you can convince someone who's never been to the Laurel Highlands to visit in just 1 minute, what would you tell them?
Growing up here, I didn't appreciate what we had here. We need to get out and experience different things maybe. But then when I came back here, I really fully grasped how amazing this area is.
And I think it wasn't until moving here that I realized, wow, we really have so much going on here.
Hello and welcome to another episode of GOALcast. My name is Tawnya Rockwell, Chief Production Manager at GO Magazine. I am here today with Kelli Brisbane and Eric Knopsnyder of GO Laurel Highlands. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So GO Laurel Highlands has been a longtime partner of GO Magazine, and you guys always, Anne always provides such great content, not just beautiful photos. It's always like such a scenic and gorgeous spread in our magazine. Just tell me a little bit more about GO Laurel Highlands for everyone.
Okay, so GO Laurel Highlands, as you said, is the Visitors Bureau for the region. And just for those who may not know, the Laurel Highlands, for tourism purposes, consists of Westmoreland, Fayette, and Somerset counties. So anything in those three counties, our job is basically to get people in mostly from the outside, bring them in, and frankly, to spend their money here.
Yeah.
Because we are economic benefactors, or the benefactors are in the region for what we do to try to get people in here. And the most recent statistics we had, in a year, it generated about $2.2 billion of economic impact in the region for tourism. So it is a huge factor in our region with all that we have, all the things that bring people in. And so we work on that to try to get people from outside the region coming in, spending the night, spending their dollars in our restaurants, at our gas stations, at our shops, all that.
Yeah, wonderful.
And we've been around since 1958. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
No.
So it used to be the Laurel Highlands Visitors Bureau, but we are also, don't get too comfortable with GO Laurel Highlands. We are in the middle of a rebrand. So stay tuned. We will be letting you know a little sneak peek about that coming up soon.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about your job?
So my role, I'm the Director of Partnership Development. So I love people. I get to do kind of what you do, right? Mm-hmm. So going out there and meeting the different people that really make this region what it is. Mm-hmm. Without the partners, we really can't advertise. So, the big difference for me is it's like, okay, we have the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and then we have the Laurel Highlands. Both have incredible outdoor recreation. Mm-hmm. But what makes us unique are the partners. So establishing those relationships, becoming an ambassador for them. I think every single person on our team, we're just so excited about our partners and making sure people know about them. So that would be my favorite part, in addition to probably being a connector. I like to connect our partners together to make magic happen.
That's great. And how about you, Eric?
And so I'm the Director of Public Relations and Community Outreach. Mm-hmm. And I do some overlapping with Kelli in terms of I do work with some of the partners, not as much as she does. But my job basically is to bring in journalists and content creators / influencers and help them tell our region's story to people outside of it. So I was a journalist for most of my career. So I get to have that foot in the journalism world, but then I get to pitch story ideas to journalists. So for instance, this week I had someone in from the Seattle area, and we went around to some of the big attractions in the region, and I got to show that off. So I like to joke that I get to do what people do when they vacation in the Laurel Highlands.
Okay.
So I get to go to all the fun attractions and show outsiders what it's like.
Yeah.
So I get to showcase the best of the Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, absolutely. And GO Magazine, we are one of the partners as well.
Yes.
Your summit that you guys did was amazing, and it was so neat to see so many of the partners be able to talk and the influencers and just everything. You guys do so much for our area. It's amazing, and just interweave everybody. It's
the
really
goal,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
The goal is to get all of the locals to also realize all of the gems that we have in our backyard. Yeah. And I think it wasn't until moving here that I realized, wow, we really have so much going on here.
Yeah.
So the people, I urge the people that are watching or listening that are local to grab one of our destination guides because
Yeah.
it's a bucket list.
It is.
There's incredible adventure in there, just waiting.
Absolutely. Well, ironically, I grew up in the Poconos,
Okay.
Hazleton.
Okay.
And it's so funny. You just don't realize what you have in your backyard, no matter where you live.
Exactly.
You know, and you're saying that that's a good. And I was like,
I
what
lived there.
gems did we have
What
there?
did I do?
I like to tell people all the time, I grew up in the Laurel Highlands, couldn't wait to leave as a kid, all that. And about a decade ago, I actually moved to the big island of Hawaii.
Oh.
And as I was flying into Kona, where we're making our descent, I started talking to the lady next to me, and I'm so excited about moving to Hawaii. And she looked at me and she said, why in the world would you want to live here?
Oh my goodness.
And I was just stunned. I said, what do you mean? This is paradise. And it hit me then that, we all just have a little bit of wanderlust. We need to get out and experience different things maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then when I came back here, I really fully grasped how amazing this area is. And so that was a life-changing moment to have someone from Hawaii be like, oh, I needed to get out of here.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You don't really realize what you have. So, Eric, how does tourism impact the people who actually live here?
So again, it's a huge economic benefit. So whenever those people are spending that $2.2 billion, first of all, a lot of that is spent on lodging. And there's a lodging tax that the outsiders pay. So it's not people who live here who are paying it. It's what they refer to as other people's money.
Okay.
So the other people's money is coming in. And then GO Laurel Highlands and the county commissioners work to help to put that back into the region. So there's a grant program that we have that you can apply for that if you're a tourism related business, and you can get, in most cases, marketing dollars to help you bring in more people. So it's kind of a cycle. The money comes in, it gets redirected back to the tourism related businesses here, and then that's used to help bring in more people. So that's how we keep growing that tourism cycle.
So let's talk a little bit about some insider secrets.
Oh.
Here. Okay. What's one thing every local should experience at least once?
I think we both agree. Falling water.
Okay. Beautiful.
It's amazing. So again, I grew up here. I'd never been to Falling Water until I started this job.
And God bless him, he could probably give you the tour by himself.
This week, I believe, was my 29th tour in the past 4 years.
Oh my God.
So I can almost give the tour now. But that's
incredible.
the thing. Wherever I go in the world, I bring up Falling Water, and people are like, oh, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. So that's kind of our cultural touch point for the Laurel Highlands is Falling Water.
And it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that is definitely, hands down, I would say the number one thing. So
The one other that I would say is the Flight 93 National Memorial,
Definitely.
though. Because
Absolutely.
I think every American should go there at least once and experience that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely, I agree.
Yep. So, what's your favorite hidden gem that even lifelong residents may not know about?
So for me, I did not know about the Runes Project. I don't know. Do you know about the Runes
No.
Project?
Uh-uh.
So it's on the Great Allegheny Passageway.
Okay.
And there was an abandoned coal mine and this adorable little house that this artist rode by when she was growing up in the area. And she said, someday I'm going to own that. And so she bought it eventually and then realized that the abandoned coal mine area came with it.
Oh.
And so she is an artist. She focuses mainly on mosaics. And so she started creating mosaics in the abandoned coal mine area. And her family heritage comes from coal miners. So this project has grown incredibly. She has mosaic artists from all over the world that will either come and do a mosaic in this area or they will actually ship it and then she installs it.
Oh, wow.
Now, the one thing about it being a hidden gem is the fact that you can't just show up.
Okay.
Okay, it's definitely something really unique and special. And so you need to make sure, because she lives there, to make reservations.
Okay.
So it's called Sager Mosaics, and then the project is called the Runes Project.
So
Do you have a different one?
Not surprisingly, Kelly went arts related.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little more nature and beautiful scenery. The Pack Saddle Covered Bridge in Somerset County. I'm guessing most of your viewers probably don't know much about it, but it is a gorgeous covered bridge. And as far as I know, the only one in Pennsylvania that goes over a waterfall.
Oh.
So it's a little tricky to get the great photos, but if you get to the right spot, there are some unbelievable photos to be had there at Pack Saddle Covered Bridge.
Oh, okay. That's great.
And let's give our coworker a plug, Alex. Alex is amazing. He works with us. He does all of our photography that you were talking about earlier. So like anything that you see, if you see, there's a gorgeous installation at the airport in Pittsburgh. All the visuals that you see, that's all Alex Byers. So we definitely need to give him a little
photos, videos. Alex is just unbelievable.
Very talented. He's amazing. All right, so Kelly, if you had a friend visiting here for 48 hours, where would you take them?
I guess it depends on what that friend's interested in. That's the tricky part. So, my personal thought would be first to do all 4 of the Frank Lloyd Wright properties.
Okay.
So, did you know there are 4?
No.
Okay. Mm-mm. So, in addition to Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, there's also Kentuck Knob, which a lot of people around here are aware of. Mm-hmm. But there's also 2 more at Polymath Park. So you can actually spend the night in those, which is really unique. To say, I spent the night in a Frank Lloyd Wright home.
Yeah.
So there's 2 by Frank Lloyd Wright and 2 by his apprentice. So that would be definitely the first thing that I would put on the agenda.
Can I add one thing?
Yes.
You got to have dinner at Treetops.
Absolutely. Yep. So you know Treetops, but you didn't know about Polymath. Okay.
Yes, because that was one of the speakers at the...
Okay, perfect. Yes. And then I would say Ohio Pile, because those are kind of like the gems of the area. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I would go, just since you've kind of taken, again, the arts and cultural approach, I'll stick with the outdoors theme. And, yeah, I would have a bike ride on the Great Allegheny Passage, maybe some whitewater rafting on the Yaak and Ohio Pile, some hiking on the Laurel Highlands hiking trail.
Cucumber
Falls. There's so many things to do.
Water slides.
Yeah, there's so many things to do outdoor rec-wise.
For sure.
We could definitely fill 48 hours and exhaust them in that
pretty
time.
Close.
They are.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best scenic drive?
The Laurel Highlands Scenic Byway, which is 711 down to 381. Again, you're getting that Ohio Pile taken there. And it was voted actually by Good Housekeeping as the best scenic drive in the Northeast. So there's no debating you do that in the fall. It is absolutely stunning.
Yeah. That's amazing. So let's talk training camp. It is that time where we're starting to kick up Steelers training camp.
You say that though, and immediately I'm like, hot. It's so hot there.
Yes. So why is Steelers training camp such a big deal? I think it's a big deal.
It is a very big deal, and it's really important for the Laurel Highlands because it's a lot of people that used to live here that get to come home. Mm-hmm. And there's pride. There's pride in the fact that they're here in the Laurel Highlands. Mm-hmm. I'm not a sports enthusiast, so he can talk more about the players and things like that because I don't know them. But the joy that we love to see is when a family is bringing their little kids to Steelers training camp, to see them up close and personal for like the first time probably, because you're in the stands. It kind of breaks those barriers. They can get autographs. They can meet the players. It's just truly a special, 17 days?
I'm not sure how many days it is anymore, but that's what I was going to say is honestly for families, this is probably better than going to a game.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
First of all, it's free.
Yes.
It's amazing that it's free.
Yes.
If you're taking a family of 4 or 5 to a Steelers game, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
But you can take them there to training camp. It's free. And as Kelly said, you can get right up close with them. They sign autographs.
Do they have to register in advance?
You do have to now do it on the app.
Yeah.
But still, to be a free experience like that is absolutely incredible. Yeah. And like I said, I would contend for families, it may be better than going to a game itself.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So also you guys offer a lot of different programs. So Eric, tell us a little bit about the Pour Tour.
So the Pour Tour is our collection of craft beverage makers in the region. And at last count, I think we have about 65 different craft beverage makers on the Pour Tour. So the idea is it's a passport program, kind of like the National Parks Passport. If you have the physical book, you go to a stop on the Pour Tour, you make a qualifying purchase, whether a drink, food, whatever it may be, and they give you a sticker. You put that in your book, and once you get to 15, we give you a prize. You get the 30, it's another prize, and you get the 45, and it's an even bigger prize. And this is, again, such a huge economic benefit for the area because, and what's amazing about the program is we get to hear from the people who actually participate in it, and they absolutely love it.
They do.
Because some places have similar passport programs, but you have to buy the passport. Ours is free. Stickers are free. You just need to make the purchases at them.
Yep.
And it's incredibly popular with them, but it's also really popular with the beverage makers.
Yes.
Like I live in Somerset County. I grew up in a small town called Berlin, and there's a brewery there called Whitehorse. And the owner of Whitehorse told me, he said, Eric, he said, people will drive from Greensburg to Berlin to buy a beer. He said they would never do that without this program.
Without the
It's so
program.
true.
And he said the
It's
beauty
really
of it
neat.
is sometimes they'll say, oh, I love this place. You know, I'm going to bring my buddy back here next week.
Yeah.
So it's not just necessarily that one time.
to get the
you
stick,
can
yeah.
find those places. And when people come in and redeem their passport, I love to ask them,
They're tickled.
what's your favorite place? And they'll say, oh, there's this place I never would have gone to that I found and I love it. And that's the best thing to hear
Yeah.
is that we're getting them into businesses that they would have not otherwise gone to.
I think human nature is to go to the same places over and over again. So this program actually pushes you out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you're discovering new areas and a lot
Well,
of
and
great
hopefully
things.
you're going out and you're doing something else in that area as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah.
But it's not just going to a brewery or a winery. It's going out and seeing that covered bridge that you've never seen or going on that hike and doing the different things, shopping in the town,
Yeah.
all those things that you might not have done in another county.
All right, so Kelly, tell me, what is the coffee club? This is, I don't know this, so
this
I'm
is,
learning something
This
new
is
here.
fairly new. We're kind of, testing the waters, if you will. But we do have an app. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but you can go to our app store and download the GO Laurel Highlands app. So the Pour Tour is actually on the app. And then we also now have the Coffee Club Pass. So it's a little bit different from what the Pour Tour is. It's a pass that you purchase for $0.
Okay.
Okay, and then it basically gives you all of our coffee club locations. So similar to the Pour Tour, if you go somewhere and you buy a drink or a food or something, you do a check-in on the app. And then once you get 15 locations of a check-in, then you're entered for prizes that will be drawn in April of 2027.
Okay.
So once that 15 is done, then you can download a new pass for free and start all over again. So you can have multiple entries to win prizes in April.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to do a little lightning round here.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys just throw out answers as we go through.
Okay.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall?
Fall.
Probably fall, but it's usually the next season because I'm like, oh, this is great, but I can't wait to get to the next one.
Hiking boots or ski boots?
I would say biking.
Right?
Can I make
That
my own
wasn't part of the
category?
question.
Definitely hiking boots for me.
Brewery or winery?
I like both, but I'm gluten-free, so I'm going to lean towards winery.
I'll go brewery.
Brewery, okay. Camping or glamping?
Glamping, baby.
I hate to say it, but I'm going glamping too.
Yeah.
I
Too
have to
old
tell
to
you-
sleep on the ground.
No, I have to tell you, there's some really great glamping spots. I know this is a lightning round, but Benner's has yurts. They're super cool. Wander Ridge has geodesic domes. So there's definitely some
That's
really
cool.
neat glamping opportunities
For
here.
sure.
Favorite small town?
Ligonier.
I'll go Somerset. Ligonier's
Yeah,
right up.
Somerset.
Wait, hold on. We got to go Ohio Pile.
That's
It's
true,
the best
that's
small
true.
town in the
Yeah.
Northeast.
That's true. Yeah.
I love Somerset, but yeah, we got to go Ohio Pile for all the adventure.
Somerset's close,
Yeah.
Why have you chose to live in the Laurel Highlands?
Originally, it was coming back for raising our son. And the traditions that we have in this area, I think, are really special. Those events that I mentioned. And just being able to have my son be close to family and have the same upbringing that I had, that was really important to me.
The scenic beauty is such a big part of it for me. Like I said, growing up here, I didn't appreciate what we had here. And then my wife and I have traveled to all 50 states. We've been all over the
Wow.
world.
Yeah.
And
Not everybody could say that.
I
That's
come back
awesome.
here and I'm like, I seriously do. I stop my car sometimes and just get out and take pictures
Yes.
because it's so beautiful.
Totally.
All right, last thing. If you can convince someone who's never been to the Laurel Highlands to visit in just 1 minute, what would you tell them?
Come for the beauty, stay for the arts, the culture, the history. We haven't even talked about history. The French and
Yeah.
Indian War started here.
Yeah.
George Washington lived here at Fort Ligonier, had his scariest experience ever in battle at Fort Ligonier. Like, there's so many reasons to come
Yep.
here.
The food.
Absolutely.
The food for sure.
Yeah.
It's really hard to narrow it down.
It
Again,
is.
if you tell me what you like to do, and I'll tell you why you should be here.
Yep, absolutely.
So you can definitely contact us at the office,
Yes.
and we'll help put together your itinerary.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you both so much for being here and being a part of our GOALcast.
Thank you.
And I also want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors that help make GOALcast possible. Headspace Media, which is where we are right now filming. Thank you, Brandon, for all you're doing over there editing. Kissel and Associates, Laurel Highlands Insurance Group, and Second Half Coach Wealth Management. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and all of our social channels to learn more about other GOALcasts and our contributors that are a part of our magazine, as well as all of our philanthropic endeavors that we do throughout the year as well. So thank you.